House of Assembly confirms board members of ANSEC. Protesters vow to continue till government meets its demands. Hopes of finding more survivors in India landslide dwindles. Here is the special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. Vetoes of the news. I am Priska Mwankwo. A 10-day protest by Nigerians to end basic governance begins today. Oka, the Anambra State capital, did not join the protest, however. ABS news crew moved around the city and its environs observed that though the roads are empty, with little human and vehicular movement, banks as well as most shopping malls were under lock. Correspondent Chibuzo Koye filed in this report.
A visit to popular Roban stores, everyday supermarkets and others showed that they are closed and only few security officers were seen around the city. At Ekoka Market, it was observed that only less than 1% of the traders opened their shops for businesses. Speaking to the ABS on their preparedness to ensure that there is peace and tranquility in the state, the Anambra State Police Public Relations Officer, Mr. Tochukwu Ikenga, said that the command deployed their men around the city and at every critical state and national infrastructure around the state. Mr. Ikenga, who noted that there was no protest in Anambra, revealed that they deployed officers who are not in their uniforms to help them monitor the environment and gather intelligence at all times. Even though it looks like a public holiday for many civil servants in the state, those on essential duties such as media practitioners, security officials, and health workers are on their various duty posts.
Anambra Governor's wife, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, has explained that the greatest privilege of being alive is to ensure that such existence is fulfilled, the true deeds that have lasting impact on humanity. The governor's wife, who was speaking at an event organized to mark her 54th birthday celebration in Oka, noted that each chapter of her life is a reflection of God's immense grace, which ought to be celebrated in a way that shows appreciation and testimony. The report.
Happy birthday, we wish you more years. We wish you more years.
Speaking at the ceremony where about 5,000 less privileged persons, including widows and widowers, received free medical checkups, bags of rice, beans, gallons of oil, wheelchair, the governor's wife promised to continue to use her existence to bring greater social change. Mrs. Soludo also stated that the most significant message of her birthday celebration is to teach people the essence of love and friendship and urge everyone who celebrated with her to live in line with the ideology that a society without love is at war with itself. She also spoke about the importance of owning household gardens and maintained that the only way to beat current food crisis and rising killer disease is to embrace agriculture in the most organic practice.
Another thing in Nairobi will be show love to people. Show love. It's Nanya. Open your program because of my birthday. Just make only to smile out today. See, I know a lot of seeds there. I say, let me tell you, oh, you're not an achi. Oh, no. But when you get it, I need it with a cheese here. And all I go on my initiative, healthy living. You need it a cheese here. Guys, I am a home. I tell you, I need healthy. After moon, I got every no quadro. I need the
In their separate goodwill messages, the Anambra Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Mrs. Ifyo Binabo, the Transition Committee Chairman of Idemili South, Mrs. Amakobi, the Executive Chairman of Anambra State Universal Basic Education Board, ASUBE, Dr. Vera Nwadinobi, among others, spoke about how the governor's wife has used her life of kindness and selflessness to change the world around her and extended their prayers for God's blessing and grace.
eziokwu na obodo siri ike mana na-esi n'elu wee dozie obodo ọ dị mma. Ọ kpọrọ m sị m na ọ karịa ma anyị ncha banyere n'ugbo na nkọta ịkọta onye ọzọ akọta praise ndị ọkakwa daa good. O wee chọba m na ntị.
Routine exercise is the way to healthy living.
Mrs. Soludo also distributed 1,000 packs of hybrid seed to support her ongoing free seed program and garden campaign. The head of service in Anambra, Barrister Theodora Ibwebwe, Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, and that of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Mr. Tony Collins Nwabunwanne, the Anambra State Women Leader of APGA, Mrs. Esther Onyekesi, among others, was at the event.
As the Anambra State government prepares for local government elections, the Anambra State House of Assembly has confirmed the chairman and members of the Anambra State Independent Electoral Commission. The confirmation occurred during plenary session following a letter presented to the Assembly by Governor Chukwuma Soludo for screening and confirmation. The members of the commission are Magistrate Chinelo Osakwe, Chairman, Mrs. Beneden Obande, Member, Barrister Cyril Ibokwe, Member, Sachinedu Nalu, Member, Mrs. Helen Ifeyinwa, Member, and Mr. Meko Keke, Member. Addressing the members of the commission, the Speaker, Right Honorable Somtochukwu Udeze, noted that the Assembly is working tirelessly to enable the governor to conduct local government elections as he promised in Anambra, while highlighting their efforts in passing the ANSIEC law. Congratulating the members of the commission, Right Honorable Udeze reminded them of the high expectations from Anambra, emphasizing that it is an opportunity to deliver for the people and that there is no room for disappointment. He assured that the Assembly would work towards ensuring that the state gets the best, urging them to be dedicated, committed, and selfless in their duties. In a vote of thanks, the chairman of the commission, Magistrate Osakwe, promised to work for the interests of the state and will not disappoint in any aspects. The need to equip science and technical colleges with the required equipment for the teachers to impact knowledge on the students has been stressed. This formed the views of various speakers and participants at a one-day capacity building workshop for principals and teachers of Technical College in Anambra State, held at Ebele Ofunna Makao KK Federal Secretariat in Oka. Queen Anbogo has the details.
Workshop organized by the Post-Primary School Service Commission in partnership with a private firm attracted principals, teachers, and officials of the Post-Primary School Service Commission from across the 6 educational zones of the state. The theme of the event was Anambra State Technical Colleges, a panacea in solving the state economic problems. The Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chumude, represented by Mrs. Ngozi Enemo in her remarks, charged the participants to shun absent-mindedness, actively participate, and ensure that they take back lessons garnered back to their schools and students, transmitting the vision, mission, and the objectives of the training.
We want them to be able to be known, and want them to be able to have a certificate, and for them to be able to add value to themselves.
Declaring the workshop open, the chairman of the Post-Primary School Service Commission, Professor Nkechi Ikedugu, explained that the essence of the workshop is to train principals and technical teachers on the theme of the workshop, urging them to develop to the fullest capacity to be equipped and contribute meaningfully to the growth and development of Anambra students. She expressed gratitude to Governor Chukwuma Soludo for promoting excellence in the education sector and the Commissioner for Education, Professor Chumude, for her efforts in taking the ministry to the highest standard.
At this junction, let me extend my gratitude to our education-friendly governor, His Excellency Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo, CFR, for promoting excellence in the education sector of our dear state, Anambra State.
The Director of Science and Technology Department of the Post-Primary School Service Commission, OKA, Mrs. Eukaria Ikegwonwu, in her welcome address, pointed out that in the education sector, the Post-Primary School Service Commission is committed to ensuring that they promote the all-round development of the youth through training and skill acquisition.
We are pleased to partner with Great Alma Limited in conveying this valuable training session.
The first paper presentation on the topic, Effective Leadership in the State Science and Technical Colleges, with emphasis on skills and Entrepreneurship Development for obtaining National Board for Technical Education is the rector in the Southeast Zone. Engineer Ngozi Okelekwe stressed that there is need to promote skills and apprenticeship training under the new Nigeria Skills Qualification Framework across the country, right from technical colleges. Others who presented papers during the training were Professor Tabo Ibeneme, Dr. Anne Dioka, and Lady Sabina Ndigwe. Queen Anibogo reporting for ABS News.
Members of staff of Anambra Broadcasting Service celebrated the 60th birthday anniversary of a managing director, Sachido Obidiegu, by giving him a surprise birthday party. Sachido was caught unawares on arrival at work when members of staff welcomed him with birthday songs, prayers, and wishes. Chibuzo Obidike completes the report.
Sachido, who was elected by the ululation and chants of Aguji Ogene, his moniker, took to his dancing shoes to showcase God's blessings of good health on his 60th birthday. Speaking before cutting the cake, a deputy director of programs, Comrade Roy Ekwunife, thanked God for blessing Sachido with good health and promised that the staff will continue to give him support to move the station forward.
But we thank God today that our MD is alive in the land of the living, celebrating 3 scores, that's 60. And we are looking forward to very, very many more years to come. Amen. In prosperity, in good health, amen, and in all the precious desires of his heart.
For the Director of News and Current Affairs Department of the station, Mrs. Judy Jeff Nwabweze, Sachido's quest for excellency and dedication to duty are some of the qualities that dear her to him in their over 50 years of friendship, and assure him of her continuous support as she prayed for God's blessing upon him and his household.
He has spanned through about 50 years, yes, if not more than. So I've known him too well, and I'm so happy. I'm rejoicing with him today that he clocked 60 years. Many graceful years ahead, and a lot of prosperity, good health, and every other thing that God will want to bestow on you. You know, happy birthday, my boss and my brother. God bless you.
Responding, the ABS boss thanked the staff for the birthday wishes, saying that at 60, his goal is to forgive and embrace love to accomplish Governor Chukwuma Soludo's vision for the organization.
Waking up this morning in my reflection, I said that at 60, one thing I must do is to win myself of that unforgiveness. Because if somebody has hurt you, or if you have hurt somebody, apologize and also forgive. Love each other, love one another, forgive, and even if you may not forget, but forgive. Let's work together and move ABS to an enviable height.
At the appointed time, a saxophonist, Makana Magzi Ezatsu, took the center stage and drilled the celebrant with special melodies.
For Peace and Conflict Resolution in partnership with the member representing Idemili North and South Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Honorable Uchenna Okonkwo has organized a sensitization program on climate change for stakeholders in the constituency. The program, which had as its theme climate adaptation and resilient peace-building awareness, was aimed at creating awareness about climate change, one of the most pressing global issues affecting every aspect of the environment and society at the moment. Correspondent Ifunanya Okonkwo completes the report.
The program, with the theme Climate Adaptation cum Resilient Peace-Building Awareness, was aimed at creating awareness about climate change, one of the most pressing global issues affecting every aspect of the environment and society at the moment. The program also provided a platform for participants to discuss ways to mitigate the impact of climate on their communities and develop strategies to withstand and recover from climate change-related disruptions. Honorable Okonkwo, who was represented by Chief Romeo Anyisia, explained that the essence of the event is also to teach the people alternative means of conflict resolution and ways to mitigate climate risk.
What Uche is trying to do is, when you are attracting something for the bigger one, you enlighten the people who are at the local level to actually understand what you want to introduce.
Speaking during the event, the traditional ruler of Obosi, Igwe Chidubem Iweka III, described the peace movement as timely, especially now that there are many crises in the society, such as insecurity, hardship, among others, noted the importance of peace to combat environmental problems. In his speech, the keynote speaker and deputy director of the Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution, Mr. Chukwuemeka Mba, who spoke on the topic Adaptation in Idemili North and South on the environment, listed the many impacts of climate change on the livelihood of people and urged people to be mindful that many actions they take positively or negatively affect their environment.
Adaptation in Idemili North and South on the environment, it's terrible, and it has the direct impact it has on livelihoods of people, which now affects peace and conflict, like the Igwe said.
Also speaking, the traditional ruler of Ojoto, Igwe Gerald Mbamalo, also represented by Chief Anyisia, the President General of Idani, Engineer Paul Okoye, and the stakeholder, Mrs. Amaka Ozodimma, described the event as a laudable initiative which will change the life of people living within the community. They commended Honorable Okonkwo for the initiative, even as they called on the federal government to provide food for the masses and adequate security network. Organizers of the event, Messrs. Kuburu Shedu, Chukwubike Okoye, and Deborah Obeka, described the event as one of Honorable Okonkwo's numerous programs to benefit the people in the grassroots, and the program helped to educate people in the rural areas on necessary steps to reclaim their ecosystem. They urged the stakeholders to extend the knowledge gathered to the grassroots, even as they promised the sustainability of the program. Presentation of certificate of attendance to the participants featured during the event, which attracted President General of different communities in Idemili North and South Federal Constituency. Ifeanyi Nwankwo, reporting for ABS News.
As still to come on the news this morning, protesters vow to continue till government meets its demands. Hopes of finding more survivors in India landslide windows. Here is the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance, Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. The news returns after now. Stay tuned.
The new Milo 3-in-1 Milky and Creamy is truly milky and contains calcium. So, no need to add milk for that rich, creamy cup, which helps to nourish and energize your kids. Milo 3-in-1 is such a smart choice. Milo, energy to go further.
Protesters have vowed to continue unless President Bola Ahmed Tinubu meets their demands. They called on the president to do the needful and the protest will be called off. Addressing journalists in Abuja, the director of mobilization, Take It Back movement, Damilare Adenola, lamented that the oppression under President Tinubu's leadership had lasted too long. One of the leaders of the Take It Back movement, Ayala Babalola, said a show of force around the premises of the Moshood Abiola Stadium is an embarrassment to the entire nation. He vowed that protesters would not be intimidated. According to officials, hopes of finding more survivors are fading as rescue operations continue in Kerala, where massive landslides have killed 182 people. Nearly 200 people are still missing after Mundakai and Choralama areas in Waywuna district were flattened by thick torrents of mud and water on Tuesday. Rescue operations have been hampered by heavy rains in the region all week. The army is constructing a temporary bridge to Modankadai, which is across the Swollen River, to help stranded residents and search for more survivors. Health officials reported 256 autopsies, but that included a number of body parts. Sports. Borussia Dortmund on Thursday announced the signing of Germany midfielder Pascal Gross from Premier League club Brighton and Hove Albion on a 2-year deal. German media reported Dortmund paid a fee of up to 10 million euros, including bonuses, to sign the 33-year-old. A creative midfielder with an eye for a goal, Gross joins the Champions League finalists after 7 years with Brighton, having joined from German side FC in Ingolstadt in 2017. Kroos, a Dortmund fan from childhood, said in a statement he can't wait to play alongside my new teammates. Dortmund director Lars Ricken described Gross as a top performer who would add solidity and flexibility to the team. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS in many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Twitter and now X at ABS Radio TV. You can also follow on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Or do well to log on to our website. It's www.absradiotv.com. And now to end the news this morning, a quick recap of the main points. Anambra State has recorded zero compliance to nationwide bad governance protests. Anambra State House of Assembly has confirmed board members of ANSIEC. Protesters have vowed to continue till government meets demands. Hopes of finding more survivors in India landslide dwindles. And to end the news this morning, here is the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of Koibu values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that ends the news at 7. I am Priska Honko. Thanks for listening. Good morning.